Greetings, fellow Trevarians and others on the internet. I come to you with a very troubling topic. Today, there's been somewhat of a talk of the town about taking me out of my presidency, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense when you really break down the topics, so I'm gonna just be going through that real quick. This all started when I enacted a ban on a certain topic and many topics actually, but it is a very beneficial thing for our society. Banning that word and that topic will lead to better things. And my number one issue right now is that they're trying to start a war with people that we don't need to go to war with. When you ask a Trevarian what was so good about Nap's presidency, they'll always say the peace. We love the peace. He was such a peaceful emperor. And it seems like the people have maybe changed, but we don't like change, okay? Every time that we've changed to a war society, a non-peaceful society, things have gone to the gutter. And I really work day and night to keep this as a very peaceful Discord server, an empire. But still, the people persist. We want war, we want war. But when has that ever been good? You have to think of this from my perspective. I've been through it all. I've seen all the conflicts in Trevarian history, from the Deshak incident, the Civil War on Trevaria. Probably the leading voice on wanting to start war and wanting to start drama with this certain enemy is Will Peter, but he hasn't seen it all. He hasn't been there from the start to the end of Trevaria. If we look back into Trevarian history, the OGs will know about the Nap oppression from late 2018 to early 2019. Where did that get us? The reason given for the war on Nap was simply you suck, and that was it. Nothing more. Now, the reason for this war that they are trying to start is not really known. There's no real reason except for reasons that we've made ourselves. It may seem hard to digest right now, but we are the reason that there is conflict. We are the reason that the enemy is acting this way. And that may be hard to believe. I know. But you need to think a little less cozy, okay? I've been through the cozy cycle maybe 2 or 3 times in my life, and I can tell you that we're not doing the right thing by thinking this way. So along with there being no reason to start a war, and how peace has been such a great thing, and how war always leads to nothing, or even worse things than before, we need to think about the ulterior motives that the 3 leaders of this campaign have. They all have it, and there is evidence to back this up. So the 3 leaders of this campaign against my presidency and pro-war and all that hadonkadonk, all that nonsense that they're talking about, are Spog, Will Peter, and Bruce, okay? Now what is one thing about all 3 of these people? Well, for starters, 2 of them have confirmed ladies, okay? That everyone knows that, okay? Now Bruce, he's been through many lady controversies, and I believe that he's wanting me out of the throne to cover it up. If you are a part of Trevaria, or if you watch this channel a lot, you may know about the women tax, okay? The known foundation of Trevaria. William, Spog, and Bruce are all against the women tax. It makes sense, right? They have women they don't want to pay, right? But that is very bad for the health of Trevaria. The women tax states that if you ditch plans to hang out with a lady, that is $50, and the e-dating fine, this is the biggest one, the e-dating fine is $1 million. And who e-dates in this group, you may ask? None other than Bruce Chen. So to put this into layman's terms, he basically wants me out of the throne so he can continue to e-date without punishment, which has been the backbone of Trevaria for all these years. Just like me, he's been through the server since the beginning basically, and he's seen what's happened to Maverick Gillette, where the attempt of evading women tax, e-dating tax, which is $1 million each time, can really get to your head and make you baby rage and drive you out of Trevaria. And he knows that he does not want that to happen, but he does want to e-date. And for my last point, it is very simple. You guys know, or maybe you don't know if you're an internet person, but I am actually always right, okay? That is the reason I was put in Emperor in the first place. You remember the family dinner, and you remember the great setup of 2021. And when I've been doubted so heavily in the past, such as the Travis Scott music fallacy, in due time, you have come to your senses and realized. So you need to know that I'm always right. It's just a common knowledge at this point. So I hope this video definitely sheds some light on some of the topics that have been plaguing Trivaria in the recent couple hours. I will make a follow-up video if I have to, but for right now, this is where it stands. I'm staying Emperor, and nothing can really change that.